Welcome back to On Point, Bargain Hunting Edition. James, second future wager for the 2017 Derby. You've given me some money to bet a couple of your choices in Vegas, and you'll also have the option of a pari-mutuel pool this weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I'll definitely be looking at those two. Irish War Cry, American Anthem were the two. Both are, both figure to have a little value in the pool. So the Kentucky Derby. So I'm looking to, continue to play horses, as both with you in Vegas and in the Kentucky Derby future wager pool too.
Yeah, Classic Empire champion 5-1 on the morning line. On top of my poll, certainly respect his talent, but even for me, it's kind of hard to take that light of a price. He hasn't run back yet. Talked with Vance on Turf Talk, awaiting his 3-year-old debut, going a mile and eighth in the Holy Bull. He'll be odds on, but to me, not necessarily a race he has to wow anyone or even win. And then you're looking at the same price in the third pool. So There's a lot of risk to taking the favorite to me. Personally, I hope he takes a bunch of money. I think the field could be the play in this pool, especially with that earlier wager now offered in November. I think the second wager offers some value in the field. I'd be a buyer. What was the morning line?
It's 8-5 on the field.
Yeah, I'd need 5-2.
But I agree with your sentiment about Classic Empire. Listed at 5-1, and they got Mastery at 6-1. I think there's going to be a bigger gap between the individuals, where Classic Empire is going to be a solid favorite. 7-2 might be more viable in my eyes. And with the field, the mutual field of all others, they did well like in the early years of the pool, but I think bettors are starting to come to a realization that horses like Nyquist and American Pharaoh and others, they've been listed in these pools.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if the little bit of the shake comes off of the mutual field this time around.
That's what I'm hoping for. I feel like I'm covered with Classic Empire. None of the others really intrigue it. A decent price. I'm going to throw this idea out to you, though.
Okay.
I've pitched it to Churchill. They haven't gone with it. So you have the 23 individual entries, right?
Right.
And what if you do 22, and the 23rd entry is fillies?
Well, it's just so. Nowadays it's just so difficult. There's just no. I would like to have seen a filly since the point system has come about, actually give it a shot.
Right.
To me, Songbird, would have won the Santa Ana Derby last year. I know she got sick and was out of Derby weekend completely, but that was never going to be a goal of theirs. I think the only filly that's really been in consideration for a points race or a quality filly, leaving like Rita Antonio and perhaps others out, is that Tate Charge Brandy, who was a champion 2-year-old filly. Lucas was definitely going to run her in the Rebel or Southwest or something like that until she got hurt. So
I just dreaming of Julia Sore. She ended up not running in a points race, but some chatter.
But there is something to the fact that the Filly Derby winners, the past, all ran in against males beforehand. So.
I'll say this. This year the 5 nominated, including one for Hollendorfer, to me, as long as you have them nominated, and Unique Bella, I know some people on the West Coast said she is. They said point blank she's the best 3-year-old of either sex. I don't agree, but I think, to me, people love fillies. Let them bet it. It would take money.
Right.
Help the price on others. I don't know.
I could see that perhaps one year where you had some strong filly candidates, but I think that really coming into this year, the males were viewed as a pretty strong contingent, and the fillies weren't. And the results at Fairgrounds last weekend showed that, with that Farrell getting an 85 speed rating. Now, Guess Sweet didn't run very fast himself, but still 93 is at least. There's hope that he could continue to improve. He'll have to continue to jump up, because the numbers this year have been pretty solid so far, with horses like Gormley and American Anthem at 102, and Ella Reeb getting a triple-digit 100 number. Irish War Cry, got 100 in that 7 furlong stakes. So.
And even those, though, which are good, definitely 100 this time of year is solid. Classic Empire above them.
Yeah, the clear standard bearer in that regard, earning a 108 in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
All right, we touched on most of the, I don't say most, but certainly the the big ones, but anyone we missed you're thinking about for this weekend?
Well, I just thought it was interesting. Pletcher has 4 horses in there: Zaza, Sonic Mule, Fact Finding. I don't like any of them, but that Battalion Runner, he actually got a race in him last winter. He brought him back a couple weeks ago. He broke his maiden at Gulfstream by 8 3/4 lengths. If you're going to look to play a Pletcher or one of his horses, I'd take a look at that Battalion Runner. I'll probably mention that in the blog as well.
Now, I heard you and Anthony Stabile on the Bristnet show this Thursday are devoting the full hour to how Pletcher can't win the Derby.
No, that's not true.
No, okay.
We're open for any and all topics.
Now, were you as surprised as I was that Underwood didn't nominate?
Yeah, well, I mean, with that AP Indy on the dam side, yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, why not go ahead and just pay that fee in case he does come on? But, I think it's also a little bit realistic on their connections considering how slow that race came back last time.
Well, the one before was fast, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll hope for the next nomination period to get the Iowa bred gelding in there.
All right.
Sound good?
That sounds good.
All right,
Old-fashioned.
I have your money. I'll bet in Vegas. Hopefully you'll all bet the pool pari-mutually this weekend. Free PPs below, nomination PPs, the whole 9. Watch my discussion with Vance, and we'll talk next week.
Yeah, have a great time at the NHC.
All right. Thanks. Good luck, everyone.